Hey everybody out there in YouTube land. Once again, this is Solon bringing you another video on my CGC graded books opening. This would be video number 2 on my CGC graded books that I've gotten back from being graded. But first of all, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to some new subscribers. Now listen guys, I really appreciate you coming on board, sharing my videos, and I hope you like any new ones that I post. We'll be getting some more out very soon. But I want to give a special shout out to Wayne Dowdy, also L Comic Box, Wine 49er, Beauty Comics, David Birch, and Player 21. And I suggest that any of you out there go check these guys' channels out. Someone's got some great videos and some interesting information on collecting comics and so forth. I think you'll enjoy it. And now, before I get to the opening of the CGC batch that I just got in graded, I want to give you a story on this comic book you see right in front of you. And this is a true story. This book here I bought in when I was about 10 or 12, I guess. And we used to have a Saturday comic swap out at the park on Saturday, and I carried this book out there. I'd read it. You can see what kind of condition it's in and everything. Read it, traded it off, forgot about it. About a year ago or so, I was in Bob's Comics in Birmingham, and he flopped this book down. I said, "Don't you check this out?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I used to have a book like that when I was a kid." So I opened up the front cover, and lo and behold, my name was written in the bottom. Now, I don't have this, I got this thing sealed up, but my name was written in the bottom, and this book had wandered around out there for approximately about 45 years, somehow, somewhere, and then ended back up in Birmingham, because I lived about 26, 27 miles outside of Birmingham when I was a kid. Ended back up in Birmingham at Bob's Comics, in which he got it in on a collection of Fantastic Four that was traded in, and he happened to find it, and he was kind enough to give it to me, and I was like, no freaking way, no freaking way. I was just blown away, because this book had ended back up in his shop after 40-something years out there floating around. But that is a true story. I just thought I would share that with you. Never had that to happen before. It's kind of weird, but it was fun. Alrighty, we're going to start with my CGC graded opening here. Number 2, I've already opened the top of the box, but I have not checked out the comics yet, so you're actually going to be seeing these for the first time as I have. I'm going to get rid of all the packing. Again, they do a real good job on the packing. I like that. They put these dividers down in there. And of course, they've got the invoice in there, so let me get that out. Get that out of the way, if I can get it out of there. There's the invoicing. Alright, let's see what we got here first. Now, before we look into here also, I mentioned in my last CGC graded video, number 1, that I had sent off a couple of books to get cleaned and pressed. So they will be in this batch also, and we'll see how they turned out and my thoughts on them as they come out. First of all, let's go to the first book coming out. Oh yeah, this is great. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 700, The Death of Peter Parker. Came back in 9.8. I did buy that book at the Marietta Comic Show, the Atlanta Comic Con up there, about 3 months ago, and I had to pay a premium for it. I think I gave $20 for it. That was a very good investment. You see it's come back in 9.8. And I've taken good advice from other comic collectors. Say if you're going to buy books, always try to buy the best grade possible. And so it paid off on that one. All right, what's the next one here? Oh, yeah. This is nice. 9.8 again. This is Batman White Knight number 3. This is Marion Drew becomes the Neo Joker, and this is the black copy variant. Now, what's very interesting about comics with black covers, they rarely come back a 9.8 because the black is so hard to grade. Looks great. 9.8. I'm really proud about that. Batman White Knight number 3. Came back a 9.8 black cover. I like that one. Excellent. Okay, looky here, man, another 9.8. This is Batman White Knight number 3, the same book, but this is the Harley Quinn variant cover. Very nice. This is a hot book right now. 9.8. Man, I'm glad of that one. That one went straight from the comic shelf into a bag and board, then straight to CGC. Came back a 9.8. Now, I had 2 of these, so I'm hoping the other one's going to come back just as well. And I can see it already in the box. Looks like it did. Oh, yeah, 9.8, Batman, White Knight. Again, that's my second copy. I ended up buying 2 copies. This was such a... I ain't going to keep breaking the CGC. It ain't going to work. But this book was limited at the comic shop. They were only letting you buy 1. So I had to go to a couple comic shops just to score 2 of them, because I may end up keeping 1 and selling the other. But either way, 9.8. Real happy about that. Let's see if I can fix these things, keep them from falling again. Okay. Alrighty, the next one. Okay, this is a 9.6. A little bit disappointed in that, but I'll have to read the grader notes and kind of figure out why that came back a 9.6, because the same scenario. End up putting that in a bag and board straight from the comic shop and sending it straight to CGC. But now this is called the Black Order and the Lethal Legion Appearance. It's a real hot comic book right now going on. But I got that one a 9.6. A little bit disappointed, but you know, they all can't be 9.8. Alrighty, this is one came back a little bit better graded than I thought it might. You know, with the movie talk buzz going around now about X-Force, New Mutants, Domino, and so forth, I wanted to go ahead and get this one graded. This is X-Force number 11. This is the first appearance of the real Domino. Came back an 8.0. I think when I sent that off, I figured it probably be a 7.5, maybe 8.0 at the best. So I'm not disappointed. I'm happy with that. Looks good. I like that. Now, here's the 2 books that I sent off to get cleaned and pressed. Okay, this is Amazing Spider-Man number 300, the first appearance of Venom, Eddie Brock. Came back a 7.5. Now, it probably upped it about a half a grade, maybe. A friend of mine looked at the book and said he thought that it was probably a 7.0 when I sent it off to get cleaned and pressed. But you know, whenever you get something cleaned and pressed, you kind of hope it ups the grade. So I imagine it probably upped it, you know, at least a half a grade, which is good. Shout out to Chris Stewart there for kind of keeping me informed on some of these comics and grading and stuff. But it looks like he pegged it. He said it'd probably come back a half grade higher than what we thought. Excuse me. Okay, my last book I sent off to clean and get pressed. All right, 9.4. That's good. That one, I expected probably to come back a 9.0, so it's a little bit higher. So I guess all in all, the cleaning and pressing does work. It does probably bring the book up a half a grade to maybe up 1 full grade. But this is New Mutants 87, the first appearance of Cable, and came back a 9.4. So overall, I guess I'm happy with that. Getting books cleaned and pressed is kind of subjective to everybody. Some people do it, some people don't. I tried it. I guess I'll probably have to look at the books a little bit better before I try it again, just to see if it's worth the time and the effort, because they stay gone probably an extra 3 or 4 weeks, you know, before they'll come back cleaned and pressed and graded. But that's my CGC opening number 2 of my graded batch. I got another batch coming in. We'll do a video number 3. Stay tuned for it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button and share. And stay tuned, man. We'll have some more videos coming out, some more great books. I appreciate it. Thank you.